we're actually going to play against Dylan's brother this year. He's he's in his 6th year, but playing his 5th year at North Florida. Is that right?
Richard's first year.
There you go. Step on in front of there. Which made me think, when's the last time we had two brothers play against each other? It's not that hard.
I should know this, but I'm old. My brain had a brain cramp.
The Klaskys, like 2 games ago, 3 games
Florida
ago.
versus Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we
so
go.
I was sitting there going, overthinking things.
What's your brother's name?
Dorian.
Dorian.
James.
Dorian James.
Yes, sir.
That'd make a great question, I guess. Who's better, Dorian or Dylan?
Me.
Dylan. No question. Okay.
Y'all fire away.
Dylan, just what's it been like so far since you've been here at Georgia? Just the process of getting settled in and sort of understanding what they're expecting of you.
Slow start, of course, as a freshman, but it's been great. Experience is great, first year being a college basketball player. I love it.
What's been the biggest adjustment you feel like you've had to make?
In terms of basketball or
More basketball, yeah.
physicality, for sure. I expected it coming in, but it's always going to be a major difference from high school to college basketball is physicality.
Who's the most physical guy on the team, would you say?
I'd say Matthew Moncrief, for sure.
What kind of role do you think you might be able to carve out with some of the strengths that you can offer?
Definitely just all around player, two-way player, defensive and offensive. Being able to score and defend each and every player on the court.
What was the experience for you at Stegmania and being able to be back in Stegman and just having the fans? And what was it like?
That was my first time, being in Stegman just in general. So, just the fans being in an arena like that, first time, it's just a crazy experience. I loved it though, so it's fun.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that you were Coach White's first high school commit. What was the selling point to you for Georgia?
Coach White himself, for sure. He's been recruiting me the longest. Actually, Coach Pastrana, assistant coach, has recruited me the longest. He's been recruiting me since I was 16. So just them coming together. So it was Pastrana, then Coach White. So the recruiting process was, huge for me. They came and visited me a few times. So.
And other than that, kind of what was exciting for you about coming to Georgia, a program that we're going to replace a lot of players for this upcoming season? Why was it exciting to become a part of what they're trying to do here?
Just what they told me that my role was coming in, for sure, and then what they plan on doing with me. That aligned with my vision for myself, and then just getting to meet all the guys on the team. They're all great people, so yeah, that factored into.
What player on the current team right now has had the most impact on you since you've been here?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say a few of the freshmen, probably Silas Demery.
Really?
Yeah, that's
okay.
one of my guys. He's a freshman.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say probably him, but upperclassmen, Frank and Jabri, they offer me a lot of guidance, so I'd say them too.
It's different nowadays. You guys get here pretty early. At this point, you've already been with the team a long time. You've already been to Italy and everything else. But where are you guys right now to prepare for the season process? I mean, have you felt an uptick in kind of intensity and you better learn this and that kind of stuff? And how eager are you guys just to get to that first game?
Yeah, y'all don't even know. Yeah, we're super excited for game one. We have our openers in Vegas, so that's really exciting. But as usual, to be expected. The first practice. There's definitely an uptake in intensity in practices. Coaches are more intense. Players are they're locking in more as we get closer and approach the season each and every practice for sure.
What kind of progress do you feel like you've seen from this team just in the time you guys have been practicing and getting ready for the season?
Massive from day one. I didn't really know what to expect because I'm a freshman, but just from day one, going to Italy was huge for us for sure as a team, getting to know each other. Second year, under Coach White, and is pretty much it's almost his first year because of how many new players we have. So just from day one, it's been a lot of progress to where we are now. I'm really proud of us as a team.
We're going to hear from Russell after you. What's the biggest thing that you've learned from him, being big man, veteran, big guy that he is?
He's just going to be a great example of SEC you know, physicality, and then just the players that we're gonna to play against in practice. Him in practice, playing against him has been huge for me. You know, he's 7 foot, he's massive, so that's been the biggest thing for me. But he also offers guidance. It's like, you know, he's an older guy, upperclassman, so he offers me a lot of guidance as well.
You mentioned Silas. What kind of game is he bringing to this team?
Tough, hard-nosed guard, for sure. And then, you know, he keeps the pace fast first, pushes the pace as point guard, and then, you know, he's gonna impact us defensively and offensively as well.
I was gonna ask you, a guy like you've played on some great AAU teams, you know, some of the kind of all-star teams. When you look around at what you see assembled here at Georgia, do you see the pieces of a great team?
For sure, and I think we all fit. That's a great question. I think we all fit together perfectly. So, yeah, just from the teams that I've been on, I think there's like, you know, I've never really played with any 5 stars. So I was probably the best player on my team growing up, just on every team I played on. So,
Right.
you know, being on this team that's another huge transition for me. You know, playing with all these, you know, high-ranking players that have, you know, played at the highest level of their lives as well.
Yeah.
What stands out to you about the other freshmen and just what you've gotten to see from that group as y'all get ready for the start of the year?
You said what surprises me?
Or just what has stood out about all the other freshmen?
What stood out is maturity, for sure. That's something that I'm trying to work on as well. You know, that's usually, you know, a concern with freshmen, but I feel like, you know, all the freshmen are super mature, and then, you know, I feel like that's something that I bring as well.
When it comes to specifics of the game, what are the areas you wanted to improve before your freshman season gets underway?
Just comfortability on the perimeter, for sure, and then my shooting ability, and then, like I said, physicality. I'm working on my body a lot as well. From the summer, from my guy here to now, I see a huge jump in the way I've been playing on physicality, being able to use my strength and utilize that, for sure.
We've talked a lot about the non-conference schedule you guys will be facing. Just what's that like as a freshman, knowing that once y'all get into the season, you got some top competition once the season gets underway?
It's exciting, you know. That's probably what it is most of all. It's exciting. So, I mean, I'm just excited to play, no matter who the opponent is. You know, getting to be able to play on such a high scale, high level is just huge for me.
What do you think of Blue's dunk, and what do you think he's going to be able to bring to the team this year?
Yeah, that's people don't really expect him to be as athletic as he is, so that's a huge part of his game is athleticism. But all of his dunks were crazy. All of you guys were at Stigmania.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blue's incredible. Athleticism, shooting, does whatever you need him to do.
Can I ask you about Amari Jordan? What have you seen from him so far this offseason?
Same thing. It's huge athleticism. That's like something people don't really, you know about him as well. But you know, his offensive ability is probably his best asset, and then you know his athleticism adds to it as well.
How much stronger have you gotten since you've been here?
A lot, for sure. You know, there's preparation that goes into it before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's been just a huge jump since I've got here. You know, Coach Crane. You know, I've been working with him one-on-one a lot, so that's been huge for me.
Did you ever do much weight training before you got here?
I mean, I started around, you know, 10th grade. So yeah, I mean, I've been with personal trainers and a lot of weight trainers all throughout, you know, since 10th grade. So yeah.
When you look at what's left of the off season, what do you feel like you guys need to focus on to improve before the season gets underway?
For surely taking things, you know, day by day. You know, focusing on the main thing that's ahead of us, right in front of us, instead of, you know, looking long term, is that'll be huge for us right now. So.
Any other questions for Dylan?
Thank you,
Have a
Alan.
good day, gentlemen.
Appreciate it.